So you just opened up your brand new YouTube channel for your business and you're trying to figure out how to make the most optimized icon and banner with the perfect amount of branding so it gets you the results and makes you go viral on YouTube. Now this is episode 2 of the 100 Media YouTube channel growth series, where every single episode we show you guys on how to build a YouTube channel for your business so you can generate organic leads, increase your sales, build a reputation, get 5-star Google reviews, and most importantly, build an online presence which gets you free organic leads. So no paid marketing included. But anyways, my name is George Milli and I've been making videos for the past 13 years. I've been a creator myself that has gotten over 10 million subscribers, 5 billion views, and that has made me over $10 million. And after all of that, I have opened up my own production agency called 100 Media, which is where we teach you guys on how to do this, and we do this exact same service for businesses. So if this entire video is confusing for you, you can basically just hire us on a monthly retainer. We'll come into your business, teach you how to talk on camera, do all this stuff for you, set up your channel, and basically get it fully automated so you can focus on your business. But anyways, let's dive right into this tutorial. So I'm gonna take a screenshot of this logo because I don't actually have the file, and we're gonna go to Gemini. Okay, Google Gemini, there we go. I'm gonna basically ask it, recreate this image to be modern and HD. So we're taking a pre-existing logo and we're just gonna update it. So I went in and I spoke to Billy, which is the owner of the shop, and he wanted it redone, so I kind of kept messing with it. Now we're using this as a placeholder logo until we get a new one made in the future. You could also use your face, but I'd recommend having something more brandable, like your company logo that stands out. You want your logo to stand out because there's a lot of people on YouTube, so you gotta stand out from the rest. So we have some options here. So I went from basically having this, which I just feel like it wasn't doing a good job. And then I went ahead and I had to remake it into a 500 by 500 dimensions. So to upload the YouTube logo on the channel customization, it tells you here that your picture needs to be 98 by 98 pixels. I recommend 500 by 500 pixels. And let me show you how this works. So anyways, what I did was to quickly get this going. I went ahead and I did Shift, Windows key, and S. So Shift, Windows key, S on your keyboard. That'll open up the snippet, okay? Now I can hold down the left button. So hold down the left button on the mouse. There we go. So I'm dragging it out and boom, I took a screenshot. And then I gave it to Gemini and I was like, hey, remake this logo. So I can send it to it. So Control V to paste, by the way. So Control V. So hold Control, click V. There we go. It repasted it. And then we started working off this logo. And it still feels like it's too much like the Corvette logo. So I want to make sure we avoid copyright. And then I told it to add a wrench. Okay, then we got the gear in it. And now it looks a little bit better at least. So we have the final image. And at the very bottom right, we have a watermark for Gemini. So we have to remove this watermark. So first of all, I'm gonna save this image that it generated. There we go, Corvette everything, all right? And now that we have done that, we're gonna go ahead and edit this image. I highly recommend you learn Photoshop. So I can show you the basics of Photoshop. This is teaching you how to do a YouTube channel, but it's super important you learn something like Photoshop, which is like the king of all tools. So if you want it to be easy and you don't wanna learn this program right now, let's go ahead and use an online editor. So on Google, I'm gonna type in YouTube Icon Generator Adobe. Now Adobe, which is the owner of Photoshop, should also have an online version to make our logo maker for YouTube. So free logo maker for YouTube by Adobe Express, make sure that's the correct website. Okay, we're gonna click on this and make sure it says adobe.com at the top. So I'm just gonna click on create new. Make sure you sign into your account. You have to sign in. Trust me, I try to work around it. You have to sign in. Now I'm gonna show you how to do this online using the free tool. And then I'll show you how to do it in Photoshop, which is like, you should learn Photoshop. It will make your life so much easier and you'll have to learn it eventually. So we're gonna click on file. Okay, I think we should be good to go here. We have this image. It's a 500 by 500 dimension. So let's copy our logo from Gemini. So Gemini is on the left right here. I'm gonna click on this. Just gonna click on right click, copy image. Then go over to Photoshop and we're gonna click Control V. Okay, there we go. And now it's gonna paste it in here. Now, whenever you left click the icon, it's gonna have a little blue highlight. And we're just gonna resize this icon like so, all right? Then we're gonna click on the image again. So when you see the blue highlight, it's clicked on, and that means it's selected. We're gonna click on remove object. All right, so now we have a little circle, which is our brush. We're gonna click this, and it's gonna make a blue. So we're gonna click it once. Then go to the bottom left. It's a little bit hard to see. It says remove. There we go. And now it's gonna remove this object tool over here. And there we go. it's officially gone. And we have everything we need here. So when we click on download, we're gonna choose PNG, best for images. So that's the format we'll be using for our thumbnails and stuff. Make sure the size is 500 by 500. Click on download and we're ready to go. Okay, so we called it Corvette Everything Icon and it's ready to go. Now let's try this on Photoshop. So here we are on Photoshop. I'm gonna click on new file. We're then gonna make the width right over here, 500 by 500. Resolution, we're gonna leave it at 300. So this is the correct settings. Once you have the settings, just click on create. There we go. So now we're gonna copy and paste our image we got from Gemini using Control V. There we go, the image is pasted. Then we're gonna click on Control T on your keyboard, or go to the top left, edit, transform. It's gonna say free transform, okay? Which is the same thing as a keybind that I'm telling you. Now we're gonna resize it just like this. And we can see our little Gemini logo right here. So we're gonna use a tool on our keyboard called J. So just click on the J button on your keyboard. We got a circle. If you don't know how to click J on your keyboard, right over here is called Spot Healing Brush Tool. And as you can see, it says J right next to it, meaning that's your keybind. So keybinds are everything. Trust me, keybinds will make your life so much faster and easier. We got our little keybind, there we go. So our little brush, it's a little circle, okay? Hover over the logo, just like how we did in the online version, and it's done. It's gone. I'm gonna resize this one more time, and there we go. Should look pretty centered to me. There we go. And our image should be ready to go. If you wanna add some more effects to it, you can, if you wanna change it up. So I'm just gonna do some small little modifications to this image. All right, so there we go. I went ahead and added a little bit more contrast here. I've removed the little, I guess like the little logo things here. So here's what it looked like beforehand. There we go. This is how it was before. And I removed these. The lightning bolt's kind of cool. Honestly, like having this lightning bolt wouldn't be a bad idea on both sides. But for now, we'll remove it. And I'll just get the approval from the business owner or whatever they like. I added a little bit of brightness to it, just a little bit. I added some vibrance to it to make the colors pop a little bit more. Not too much, just like a decent amount. I like lower that to like 30. Yeah, that's fine. There we go. All right, so our image is officially ready, and we're gonna click on File, Export, Save for Web and Legacy. So the keybind for that is Alt, Shift, Control, S. There we go. So you have to hold them all at once. So Alt, Shift, Control, S. And we're gonna choose PNG 24, 500 by 500, save, and there we have it. So I'm gonna call this Icon V1. Now in the future, I'm gonna actually remove this background and have multiple variations. So for example, let's say I wanna do like blue or something. I would go in and like, you know, kind of like test it out a little bit. So I'd say like something like this. You know what I mean? So we would try blue on blue. Obviously this is not the product here, but you get the point. So I'd find a way to basically crop out this whole entire image here. So all of this, but as I was saying, in the future, we'll have different colors as well to choose from. So we can do like a blue one, like the logo on top or something. But for now, we're gonna leave it like this. Yeah, so something similar to this in the future, but we can make the actual icon stand out more. But basically, I would make this another version, and then I would test out a bunch of different colors. So maybe one can be, let's say it can be like red or something. Then we can do one orange, but basically trying to figure out your company's color scheme for this logo. So maybe I can try yellow, which probably will look terrible. Terrible. Yup. We can even try maybe green or something. Yeah, way too bright, way too bright. Blue is not bad. Or even having like a dark red maybe. Yeah, no, red was too much. Yeah, blue's not bad. I think for now, we'll leave it as it is. We don't really got to worry about it too much. So we already have the version that we want here, which is going to be this one right here. So now we're going to go back to the actual YouTube channel. And we're going to click on Upload. And inside here, we have our new icons. So I'm going to choose Icon V1. And as you can see, we can actually zoom it in more if you really want to by doing this, like so. But I'm just gonna make it a little bit more zoomed in. So something like this. Make sure it's centered. Click on done and our icon is ready. But wait, we have to save it. So at the top right, click on publish and that's gonna update your actual icon. Ladies and gentlemen, sorry about the interruption, but I just wanna let you guys know that if you do wanna hire 100 Media Production Agency, which is the company that I own that is building YouTube channels for the top creators out there, making sure they can grow into multi-million-dollar brands, now we are offering our service to businesses as well. So we can come into your business, teach you guys how to talk on camera, how to record, we'll build your entire YouTube channel, we will make all your social media videos fully automated, and we can implement a full marketing campaign with lead generation so you can track every single lead you possibly get. It's a new service that we just opened up, so if you're interested, go to the link in the bio down below and just simply fill out our qualification form. That will get us into a call, and then basically I'll call you, we'll talk about it, I'll come into your business. And we are currently based out in Houston, Texas. We also offer Florida, and we can basically do every single state by simply just flying me out to go over there and build your business's channel. All right, back to the video. All right, so next up, we're gonna create the actual YouTube banner. So right over here it says banner image. For the best results on all devices, use an image that's at least 2048 by 1052. We're gonna use the 2K format, which is 2560 by 1440. Anyways, let's make this easy for y'all. So go over to google.com, type in YouTube banner creator Adobe. So same thing that we use the online version, and then I'll show you how to do it in Photoshop. So now I'm gonna go to free online YouTube banner maker or templates. I'm just gonna do the maker. Cool, there we go. Create now. All right, so there we have it. So we're just gonna keep let's just keep it all white or keep it black. It doesn't really matter. Banners are not supposed to be too complex, but you kind of want to match your business's color scheme. So for his business, it's like looking like it's gray. That's why I have a blue version as well. So right over here, we have the blue version. So if he does want to have the blue version, we would have to keep the icon blue and the banner blue. So once you have your color scheme set, you want to stick with it. But currently, we haven't gotten the approval that he wants the blue one, so I'm just gonna use the gray one like this. And I'm gonna make the banner same thing. Next up, we need an actual template so we can figure out the sizing, okay? So I'm gonna go to Google, I'm gonna type in YouTube banner dimensions and go to images. So just like this, type this in, images. And I found one from Snappa. So I'm gonna copy this real quick, and this is gonna be our base template. So let's go back to the online Adobe Express. So we're gonna copy, and then Control V. Okay, so we're just gonna right click, copy image, go back here, Control V to paste, or just right click and paste. There we go. All right, perfect. Okay, we pasted it. All right, there we go. It fits like a glove. Perfect. Okay, so basically this is gonna be like our starting point. Now, like I said, we're gonna keep the design gray. So we just gotta make a solid color. To make my life a little easier, because this is very janky, you don't really, I don't know where the layers are at for the online version. Like how Photoshop has it. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be any layers. So I'm just gonna crop this real quick like this. Because all we need is mainly this area right here, where it says text and logo safe area. So all we're using is this. And in the description of this video, I will probably put all the links and stuff as well. So y'all can have everything you need to copy and paste it. But on my Discord is where we're gonna keep all of the assets. So all the channel creation assets, since I've already made so many channels, I have them just laying around. So anyways, I'm showing y'all from scratch, but there we go. We have it right here. So all we gotta do is just basically fit everything within that little box right there without moving it. So just like this. So everything we want is gonna go here. So let's first grab our logo. So here's our logo, drag it in, there we go. And I'm gonna put it somewhere in here. If we had the PNG version of this logo, that'd be phenomenal. But realistically, I want the colors from this to be in the whole entire background, which is gonna be a little bit complex, which is in the online version. Anyways, now we gotta add some text. So we're just gonna put a title and we're just gonna say subscribe. Simple. All right, so what do we got here? Now we gotta add all the fancy effects to this. Let's see what we got. Classic, smooth. Oh, this is something. This is funny. Glow effect. Oh man. So I just got off the phone and we're gonna make some changes. I spoke to Corvette Everything and they said that they wanna go for a white background, which makes our life so much easier. So let's remove our old logo over here and we're gonna put the new white logo that I just quickly made by simply cropping out the background, removing the background actually. There we go. We have the new logo. Now remember, ignore the blue. That's our placeholder so we can stay within these dimensions so we don't accidentally mess it up and then when we upload it, it might be broken. That's why we have to stay within these dimensions so everything looks good when we actually upload the banner. Anyways, there's gonna be two ways to make a banner. And it all depends on how long your business name is and how brandable is your logo. Now, if we have a name such as Corvette Everything, which the name is just way too long, and let's just say this name is not implemented into the logo, for example, CE doesn't really tell us if it's Corvette Everything. So let's say your business was super simple and it said, let's just say it said CE and then underneath it was plumbing. So you clearly know it's a plumbing business, especially if this is gonna be a plunger, okay? Let me show you the two examples of what I'm talking about. Now, over on our left, I made two quick little examples using my current logos and stuff. So there's two ways to brand the logo. So the bottom one is the one that we're currently working on, which is Corvette Everything, building race cars and fixing classics. And then we have the actual shop logo right over here. So let's say, for example, we don't have Billy, the shop owner, always being on camera, and it's more focused towards the business, this is a perfect branding. But if you want to be basically a personal brand in your business, so meaning that your face, you're always on the camera. The camera's gonna be on you when you start the videos, before we show the jobs being done, and you wanna like kind of carry the entire personality. That is when we wanna take a headshot of you, or just simply waist up right here. We wanna get a picture of you, and we're gonna crop it. So banner number 2 is gonna look like this. So let's just say, for example, your logo doesn't actually have plumbing in it. So let's just say, for example, our logo is just this. Let me go in and cover this up real quick, just to give you guys an example. So let's just say, for example, my logo is 100M. That clearly doesn't tell us what the business is about. But if your logo is very brandable and it has plumbing underneath it, so it just says 100 plumbing, now we're talking. Now it's more brandable. But the shop name, for example, for Corvette Everything is way too long. So putting Corvette Everything underneath here would look a little bit too messy. So we're just going with either banner 1 or banner 2. So with this one, we can clearly see 100 plumbing, looks good. And then right over here would be our slogan, fixing the dirtiest toilets. And then on the right side, I will put myself in a plumber outfit. So I'm gonna show you how to make both of these banners. But we're gonna, first of all, for Billy's shop, so Corvette Everything, we're gonna focus on this banner because he's not really on the camera right now. He's a little bit shy. So in the future, we can eventually go from this to this with Billy over here, shop name right over here, and you get the point. So we're gonna head back to Adobe Express, the online version, and then I'll show you how to do this in Photoshop. So right off the bat, we're gonna use the Poppins font for Corvette Everything. I wanna make this red, so it kind of like stands out a little bit more. It also matches the red ring over here. There we go. Kind of want like a more brighter red. Let's go for, yeah, this one. Bright. Okay, cool. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Custom color. Got it. There we go. So we have a nice red. Now, if we're using the Photoshop, actual like Photoshop application, this is way easier to work with because I've never used this online version. We have the logo, we have a little drop shadow, and then we have building race cars and fixing classics. So from this, our entire banners are ready. So we're just gonna delete the final one, the back one right over here. So we don't actually need this anymore. So we can just go right here. If I can just make this like lower opacity, then we don't have to delete it. Is there a way to hide this thing? Okay, just for the sake of it, I'm gonna drop the opacity so we can't see it, okay? There we go. So our logo is ready. This is very, very simple logo. Then in Photoshop, it'll look a lot better. So what we're gonna do now, top right, click download, and Corvette Everything banner test. There we go. So when we go onto YouTube and we click upload, and then we upload our banner, as you can see, since we had the dimensions around it, it fit perfectly in the middle. And boom, done. There we go. Now let's make a little bit more of a better version using Photoshop. Now this is gonna be the Photoshop version of making a banner. And once you have your Photoshop file, you can always reuse it for any other channels. So I already finished Corvette Everything's banner, but we're gonna start from scratch. So I have a new file here, which is a 2560 by 1440. Here's the dimensions. So we're gonna keep everything within this area. So first of all, I'm gonna make a new layer, which is this little plus button right here. And I'm gonna go to right over here, the color. I'm gonna make the background color be white. Then I'm gonna hold Control on my keyboard and click delete. It's gonna simply fill the background with white. Now another way to do this is gonna be the paint bucket, but you get the point. So Control, delete, and that fills it. Once this little box right here, okay, so I'm gonna move this, I'm gonna hold it and move it behind this little banner dimension area thing. So next, we're gonna take our Corvette Everything logo, drag and drop it in here. So let's just go and grab it real quick. Here we go, drag and drop, go over in this corner, resize it, and so now it's gonna be white on white. So once we remove this little dimension thing, boom, it looks good. So next up, we're gonna actually put down the text. So we're gonna type in, so click on the T right here, or click T on your keyboard. So T on the keyboard, T for text, Corvette Everything. So I'm gonna actually make this red to kind of match this color scheme here. Just gonna make it like a little bit more of a red though, like this. So we have our text, just gonna resize it real quick. Make sure it's bicubic automatic. There we go. And then I'm gonna just click on another text button and we're gonna remake this and have it say building race cars and fixing classics. So I'm gonna do Control A to highlight all of it. So Control A, and we're gonna make this black. There we go. Okay, I showed you all before. If we wanna move this around, we're gonna go to Edit, Free Transform, or just Control T for transforming. I'm gonna resize it a little bit. If you notice it looks a little bit botched over here, and that's because of the resolution that we're currently in. So if it looks like this when we actually render it out, I'll show you guys a fix for that too. So we pretty much have everything here. Now I'm gonna adjust the Corvette everything text. So I'm gonna right click in the layer section. So as you right click it, it's gonna say blending options. So it's gonna click on the blending options. We're gonna click on drop shadow. There we go, let's check this on. So checked it on. It's exactly what it should look like. And we're just gonna kind of like adjust a few things here. So I'm gonna increase the size a little bit, maybe like 4. Make the spread maybe like, yeah, 3's not bad, it's okay. All right, there we go. And maybe like drop the distance by like 2, something like that. I'm gonna make the angle be at 90 degrees. And we're just gonna leave it like this. There we go. So pretty straightforward. If we wanted to pop a little bit more, we can put a stroke on it. So this is the stroke, and then do 2. And there you go, looks like that. And once we remove our blue template, your banner's made. There we have it. So Corvette everything, building race cars, and fixing classics. Now let me show you how to make the second version, which includes you in the actual banner. So before we make the second version, we're gonna click on Control Shift Alt S, and that's gonna be the save for web. So it's the same thing as going to File, Export, Save for web. There we go. So we have it at 2560 by 1440. Everything looks a lot better, I'm pretty sure. There we go. And then we're gonna click on Save and banner test banner V1. There we go. So we're done with this one. Now to version number 2. So let's go ahead and make the banner V2. So what we're gonna do is drop in all of our assets. We're gonna grab my 100 media logo. There we go. Same thing, we're gonna put right over here. Now we're gonna make the 100 toilets. It's gonna be our made up name. So let's just say my logo doesn't actually have the toilets included into it, or 100 plumbing, for example, doesn't have the text in it. Unlike another logo, this is the Nerf logo. So I don't own this, by the way. But let's just say, for example, the Nerf logo. This logo already has the text in it, and it's a brandable logo. So in a situation like this, if we had the Nerf logo where the 100 media logo is, we wouldn't have to actually add text. But with 100M, you can't really tell what this means. So we do have to add an actual text for this specific logo. So what I'm just gonna do is grab the text. I'm gonna type in plumbing. I'm gonna make this text probably like maybe red or yellow. I'd probably say yellow. That's not bad. And I can go ahead and put this right over here, and we're just gonna make it look like it's part of the logo. So I can do this, let's do like a drop shadow, I'll do a stroke. Probably add like a 5 stroke right here. Drop shadow, there we go. Maybe move it underneath it. Looks very, very janky. So there we go, it's not bad, it's okay. What we can also do is probably remove the stroke, take both of the logos, select it like this, Control J, that will duplicate it, Control E while it's still selected, that will merge it together. Then I can hide the previous 2. So uncheck that, uncheck this. And now we have one piece together. And then I can do the same exact thing. So right click, blending options, add a stroke, and now you can basically add a stroke to both of it. So it looks more legit. It still looks janky, but you get the point. We're trying to do this very quickly right now. So there we go, 100 plumbing. So now it looks like it's kind of a logo together, but you get the point. Anyways, now we're gonna put our text, so our slogan. Our slogan that we made up was cleaning the dirtiest toilets. So we'll do cleaning the at the top, space it out like this. So cleaning the dirtiest toilets. There we go. And we're just gonna resize it like this. We're gonna leave some space because we're gonna put me with a plumbing outfit. So let's just do this. We're gonna actually make all this text black like this. And then we're gonna highlight dirtiest and make it stand out. So we're gonna make this red to match the second color I have over here. So we'll do red. All right, there we have it. Cleaning the dirtiest toilets. Then we're gonna do the same thing. So right click on cleaning the dirtiest toilets, click on properties. So, blending options. We're gonna add like a quick little stroke of like maybe 1. Let's just do like 2. And then put a little drop shadow on it. Nothing too crazy. We don't wanna go too crazy with the drop shadows like this. The only thing I don't like is how it affects the other ones. So I think what I might do is just separate it. I wanna keep the dirtiest one on a separate layer. So I'm just gonna duplicate it. So here we go, Control J, duplicate the text. I'm gonna remove the dirtiest one so we can do more effects to it. We're gonna do this, remove the rest of it, keep the dirtiest, okay? And then for the dirtiest, we're gonna modify this separately. So right click the dirtiest, blending options, add a stroke of like 3, add a drop shadow. Yeah, I think this works, this is fine. And then we'll layer this right on top here, and you can't even tell. And then for the cleaning the dirtiest toilets, I still wanna have a drop shadow, so it kind of stands out more. So add a small little drop shadow, nothing too crazy. I didn't want it to look too intense. Let's see. See how this looks on a white background. Yeah, it definitely needs like a drop shadow. Let's try that again. So right click, blending options, drop shadow. Okay, yeah, it's not bad. And then I guess we'll put a drop shadow on the dirtiest as well. So there we go, drop shadow. Maybe drop the stroke down. Yeah, it's not bad. I think it kind of works. Maybe like bump the drop shadow here to 6, 4. Okay, 100 plumbing, cleaning the dirtiest toilets. And now I'm gonna turn back on my little safety area. And now I'm gonna drag in a photo of me. So if you wanna be able to like quickly take a photo of yourself, just be in your outfit for your job. If you have like an actual outfit, just go ahead and do that. And try to take a photo on a white background or a green background or a blue background. So I'm using a blue screen. Bear with me, this photo is gonna look horrendous. So this is a raw photo. So what I'm gonna do real quick is crop myself out. So I'm gonna use the pen tool. Actually the polygon lasso tool. I quickly get a basic image of myself. So I'm gonna get like probably like waist. Yeah, like right over here. Okay, cool. The main thing I need is my face. So once I have it selected, I'm gonna double click it, then Control J. So it's gonna crop me out like so. And now, as you can see, it gives me an option right here for removing the background. So I'm on Photoshop Beta, which integrates the AI things into it. And just like this, let's wait for it. Boom, done. Okay, cool. So this is cool and all, but now we have to kind of resize it. So Control T, let's transform it like so. I'm gonna squeeze myself somewhere in this corner right here, like this. And I wanna face the other way, so I'm pointing towards the text. So edit, transform, horizontal. And now as you can see, I'm facing this way. So what we're gonna do next, so I wanna make sure that we like have this perfectly lined up. So I'm gonna cut this part out a little bit, like so. Let's do this. Okay, there we go. All right, this looks pretty legit. So now we have to give myself an outfit. So we're gonna do, let's go like this. Plumbing, outfit, pointing. It's probably gonna botch it, but we'll see what happens. I'm on an older version of Photoshop, so it's not the most accurate. I'm in a suit, like I was saying, not the most accurate, but the new version is way better. Bro did not get this on point. That's kind of funny. Okay, what threw it off is the pointing left. So we're just gonna do plumbing outfit. There we go. Click on generate. Photoshop is so funny, bro. It's actually hilarious. Bro was not cooking. Okay, I'm gonna delete this and try again. Let's try plumbing uniform. I got a first try, so I don't know what it's doing, but AI is a little bit weird sometimes. This is so funny, bro. What is this? Oh, bro. Okay, so I'm using the rectangle tool here. Just gonna select it like this. Let's make sure I don't like destroy my chin. Like so. I'm gonna try generate a fill again, plumbing outfit. And we're gonna actually remove this background here. So that way it generates on white. I'm also gonna make sure it's not including any text because it will regenerate it. So like this is good. So if you wanna know how I'm deleting things is I'm holding Alt and then I can just kind of like hold left and use it like this, as you can see. I'm gonna click generate, fingers crossed. It might work. That's crazy work. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the other photo that actually worked for me. Right over here. For some reason, this plumbing outfit worked fine. So here's the other version. So this was me, then we added the plumbing outfit, and then I cropped it out, and it came out to look like this. There we go. So this should be pretty good. I'm just gonna grab this photo here and paste it over on this side. There we go. And then I'm gonna add the border back so I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna shrink my image down and put myself right over. Now in the new versions, it should nail down the plumbing because it's trained off all the new data sets. So this one did have multiple versions here. All right, so all I wanna fix is this white part right here. So I'm just gonna quickly use the quick selection tool. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's janky. Okay, we're gonna try magic wand tool. Yeah, so right click, magic wand tool. Okay, way better, there we go. And just to make sure there's no like secret little layers left over, just gonna use the lasso tool, delete. Okay, there we go. So just to crop myself out, we're gonna do this, like so. Delete underneath my body. So let's just make sure this is good, like so. There we go. And then remove our safe area, and kaboom. We got the banner V2. As you can see, cleaning the dirtiest toilets. New side hustle. Okay, we're gonna save that, and we're gonna put 100 plumbing banner V1. All right, so just picture this for your business though. If you want yourself to pop a little bit more, we can right click and add blending options, and same thing, just put like a little drop shadow on it, like so. Drop the opacity a bit. There you go. You probably put like an inner glow on your body so you can actually stand out more. Use maybe soft light would be good. Something like that. There we go. So we're going to leave the opacity like 70, size at 13. Or we can even do like color dodge. Oh, that's too much. Linear dodge, nah. Let's do soft light. Yeah, soft light's fine. There we go. And if you look too dark in an image, there's a section called image right at the top left. You go to adjustments and then you have brightness and contrast. And I usually just do like 5. As you can see, like it can get really, really bright. So I'll probably do like 5. And then contrast maybe at, I'd actually drop down the contrast, maybe like -3, like this. Okay, cool. Now I want to add in 2 more things. So I went to Google, typed in subscribe button PNG, and I found an image somewhere here. Where'd it go? Okay, it's right here. There we go. I'm gonna grab this, save image. Actually, for this one, we're gonna click on the website. There should be a download. Okay, download PNG. There we go. So make sure you do not download a virus. Just make sure, y'all. Okay, there we go. So we got our PNG. And I'm just gonna make some small modifications. So if you want a subscribe button on the banner, just quickly drop it in. Let me put the safe area back on. I'm gonna go over here. Let's grab our little subscribe button that we downloaded. And we're just gonna leave this like right here. It's not bad. Something like this. There we go. That looks pretty solid. I'm gonna save this one more time. This will be our V2. And same thing for our other version. We're gonna first copy the subscribe button. Just gonna quickly put this in a folder. Okay, we're gonna take our subscribe button. So I don't have that much space here. So I'm just gonna kind of move the building race car part, maybe like shrink it a little bit more. There we go. And then we're gonna move the subscribe button in here. So just like this, let's move it around a little bit. Maybe shrink it a little bit more. I'd honestly probably shrink maybe we can just move Corvette everything up. Yeah, let's move this up a little bit like this. I'll make this a little bigger, like so. Yeah, we'll just move it up. And then we'll do building race cars, move it up as well. And now we can squeeze in that subscribe button right here so we don't fully cut it off. So it'll be like this. And we're gonna see how this looks on a white background. It's not bad. It looks a little messy, but it should be fine for our first version of our banner. And we can always improve this later on as well. And we can always hire graphic designers on any freelancing website. So let's save it. And now we're officially ready to upload our new banner. So I'm gonna call this V2. That includes the subscribe button. So now we officially have 2 different banner styles. We have a V1 and V2 for both of them, just like this. So our icon's done, our banner is done. We're gonna go back to channel customization, click on banner image, click on change, and we're gonna upload our brand new Corvette Everything banner V2. As you can see, everything fits perfectly fine. Subscribe button's a little bit cut off, but no big deal. Click done. We're gonna also update our logo one more time to the white version, like this, and I'm gonna shrink it one more time. It's a little bit more centered. There we go. It's not perfect. I gotta fix it. If it's not perfect, bro, I can't push it. Here we go, hold on. I hope this is centered. It's gonna drive me nuts. All right, perfect. So we have our description, we have our name, we have our handle, our picture is done, our banner image is done, and we are ready to go. We have all of our links, our contact info goes here. We have the video watermark. I can change it to the white version of this, or we can do the PNG version, actually. The transparent version, so it doesn't have like the white little border around it. So just in case, okay, there we go. We have the transparent version. I'm gonna do save, and let's put icon transparent v1.png. Okay, go back here, change, and upload our new transparent watermark. Okay, now we're talking. There we go. Click done, entire video, and publish. There we have it. That was a huge grind, but officially our channel is now ready. So now we can finally go to our channel, click on view channel like this, and we can officially see our brand new page. So I'm just gonna take a screenshot of this. So we went from looking like this, so we went from this to this. Pretty solid for our first channel made here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please hit that subscribe button because every single day I'll be posting videos teaching you guys how to do full online marketing, build your channel, grow your business, do everything you need to rank and so on. And very soon I'm gonna be dropping my new vlog series that's gonna show you the whole behind the scenes of my life, what I've done, and how I help out businesses every single day to grow their brand. So it'll be like actual work, full behind the scenes, full transparency about me. So I'm really excited to show you all. But anyways, in episode 3, I'm gonna show you on how to have the best settings and the best SEO for your entire channel so we can just set it and forget it. That's gonna make it so we can actually rank on Google and get our videos to perform really, really good. And then in episode 4, I will finally teach you on how to record your business so you can start making content for your entire brand, business, or if you're a creator, and you get the point. Anyways, see you tomorrow with a new episode.